Wonder Woman.
So what is going on, guys? Richie here, back again with my spoiler-filled review for Wonder Woman. If you want my spoiler-free thoughts, the link to that video will be in the description box down below, or you can just hit Red Planet Films, the little link there. Check out all of our other videos and just find it there in our recent uploads. Please don't try and judge me too hard for that little intro. I have to admit I worked on it just a little bit too hard than I probably should admit, but it is what it is. I thought it would be funny. I'm funny. Haha. Anywho, just to jump right into these spoilers, there's a couple of things that I wanted to touch up upon. It had to do with the plot, and I didn't really want to give that away in my spoiler-free review. I really do enjoy how they blended the Themysciran world with a sort of modern world, even though it took place back in World War I. I like how they were able to kind of tie that into each other, because it's like, how does Wonder Woman meet up with Steve Trevor, who is played by Chris Pine? Chris Pine does a wonderful job as Steve Trevor. I really enjoyed the dynamic between him and Diana Prince. Their chemistry, in my opinion, was just off the charts, and I really do like Chris Pine's timing with certain punchlines and just his dialogue in general. I thought he was very well, just really good in this movie. And again, just getting back to what I was mentioning about the plot, I really enjoyed how they just show a plane kind of just crashing down, and I didn't really know how that would kind of play into the film, just judging based solely on the trailer. And what it was that the whole island of Themyscira was shielded away from the world by the gods because they were afraid that Hades would come and, kind of wreak havoc upon them. So all the Themyscirans, all the women were training just in case he were to come about. Speaking of Ares, I think everyone... Did I say Ares or Hades? I don't remember. I think everybody and their mother thought that Danny Houston was going to be playing Ares, which is, kind of like a no-brainer. Danny Houston, haha, he's a great actor, great villain, blah, blah, blah. And nope, incorrect. He does not. He plays a general, like a German general, like a bad guy for the Germans, obviously, duh. And I won't tell you who plays Ares. Sorry if you didn't know that Ares was in this movie. But again, why are you watching a spoiler-filled review if you haven't seen the movie? Shame on you. Shame on you. But I thought what he did was very good. There were a couple of, moments in the film where some of his dialogue was just like, eh. Speaking of dialogue, Dr. Poison. She was okay. The look was kind of cool, especially more towards the end when that little, thingy on her face comes off. But some of her dialogue was just really, really bad. I mean, not like ugh, or whatever, but it was just like, it seemed a little comical. It was like very cliche-esque. And I'm like, She didn't really take me out of the movie too much, but I enjoyed when her and Danny Houston's character were on the screen together. I liked kind of their dynamic or whatever. It was almost the polar opposite of what we got with Diana Prince and Steve Trevor, and I kind of enjoyed that. Just to touch up upon Ares once more, the final battle, I didn't know that it was shown in, the final trailer, I believe, that came out maybe, a month or two ago. I was doing just, little YouTube search yesterday, and I saw kind of clips of the final battle, online. I'm like, oh, why is that online? Who released this? Was that you, Warner Brothers, DC? Did you do that? I'm flailing my arms around too much, but it's because I'm conveying emotion, and this emotion is incredible inside of me. I'm very glad, personally, that I didn't come across any of those scenes whatsoever, because I would have been truly heartbroken to have gotten that spoiled for me. When Ares came on the screen, I really enjoyed that kind of whole twist that happens, and you know what I'm talking about. I don't really want to give it away, but if you've seen the movie, you know. I enjoyed that. I didn't really see that coming. Because, again, I expected Danny Houston to play Ares. I didn't know what was going to happen, especially when, spoilers, sorry, but if you're watching this, hopefully you've seen the movie, when Wonder Woman kills Danny Houston's character, and you're like, okay, what's going to happen? And then Ares shows up with, again, the whole twist that I was making mention of. I really enjoyed that. Again, I didn't really see that coming. Maybe I should have. I don't know. But when Ares came on the screen and, they were going to have that final battle and duke it out, he almost looked like a cross between, like, God of War and, like, Dark Souls. You know what I mean? But I really enjoyed the look that they gave him. I thought it was pretty freaking awesome. And then that's where kind of like the CG heavy stuff comes in. DC really likes their final battles, their big epic battles towards the end of the movie. And to me, there were just a couple of places where the CG looked a little out of place. Primarily when they blew up the warehouse. I feel like they could have tweaked that up a little bit to make that explosion look a little bit better. And just a couple of stuff with the background. You can kind of tell it's just actors standing in like green screen. For the most part, it did look fairly polished. I feel like Batman versus Superman looked a little bit worse. And, again, just to kind of mention what I said in my spoiler-free review, I feel like they used it a little bit more better than Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. But again, it is a little CG heavy. I didn't really have any complaints with it. It didn't take me out of it whatsoever. So, I enjoyed it. And I think that's pretty much it, Like, Wonder Woman, this movie was great, man. It was great. And, I kind of just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on just those certain elements of the movie, just the characters and, the twists and, like, the final battle and everything like that. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. I enjoyed the pacing of it. From the beginning of the movie, it had like a bit of an origin story to it, just in case for those who weren't familiar with the Wonder Woman and where she came from. And it wasn't too much, it wasn't like a whole bunch just kind of thrown on our shoulders. I felt like it was just a perfect amount. And then, the humor was great. And then once the action comes, like the action comes and it hits hard and it's great. Just especially like from the middle to like the final act of the movie, just perfect. Very well done. And I know a lot of people are kind of saying that this movie kind of seems like it's borrowing a bit from Captain America, the First Avenger. And I can kind of see where they're getting those comparisons from. However, I feel like this movie is the better film. Captain America, the First Avenger was meh. And this is definitely the better film. And I'm super glad and super happy for the DCEU. This was the film that we needed. A whole bunch of people who were fans of Wonder Woman, who were fans of the DCEU and wanted it to succeed. And just want, a good movie. Jeremy Jahns said it perfectly in his review. If you guys are familiar with him, he's he's like the god of like movie reviews on YouTube. But he said it himself, he felt, and I feel the same way, that it catered to all, those audiences. This is a very well done film. Again, just to make mention, in my movie review, my spoiler-free review, I gave it an A-. A day later that I'm shooting this, that doesn't change. I feel like that's a great score, and I can't wait to see this movie again. Hopefully I see it in IMAX or IMAX 3D or whatever is playing, both 3 times, 4 times, whatever. Again, if you're hesitant on seeing this film, go see it now. Go. Just leave. Get X off this computer, whatever. Just go now. See it. Get this movie your money. Again, it's going to be a game changer for sure, especially for, girls around the world and everything. Now they have themselves, a superhero to look up to. Gal Gadot is my Wonder Woman. She's bagels. I love Gal Gadot. My heart yearns more and more every time I see her, and she's just incredible. I'm so happy for her, and her success and how wonderful she did. She knocked it out of the park for Wonder Woman. But that's all I have to say. If you want to check out my spoiler-free review, the link to that will be in the description box down below. Also in the description box, you'll find the link to our gaming channel, We're Planet Gaming, where I believe we are 530 or 532 subscribers strong. So if you guys are interested in gaming and all that stuff, I currently have an Injustice 2 walkthrough that I'm going through right now. So if you're interested, the link to that channel in the description box down below. And we have a massive library of other games that we play on there. So if you're interested, head on over to that channel, check out the playlist section. Pretty sure there will be something for anyone to find. And you'll find our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram information in the description box down below as well if you want to follow us on social media. But with all that being said, cheap plugs aside, like this video, favorite it, share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Any little bit of help helps us out tremendously, and we appreciate it. In the comment section down below, if you want to tell me your thoughts on the film. Again, if you want to leave a little spoiler kind of tag before you make mention of something, go right ahead. But I would love to kind of hear your thoughts on the movie and the casting and everything like that. just any and everything. Feel free to sound off in the comment section down below. And most importantly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can know whenever we upload a new video. That is pretty much it. I am going to grab some water because I am simply parched, and I'm going to, yet again, listen to the Wonder Woman theme song on a repetitive loop for about another 2 hours. So, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you all in the next video.